everyone. So just happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all have a great day. And yeah.
Okay, so we have a lot of announcements today, so try to keep your announcements short. And
if you're in yearbook with us, it's like crunch time. We have about a month and a half left to finish, so please keep coming to the meetings, try and show more enthusiasm. You can still join if you haven't been in it before. We need writers.
And we could really use photographers for the spring sports, since we only have 2 or 3 weeks to finish those spreads.
Also, softball, IOUs, pay them, you have an extra $1.
Okay, so student council made candygrams for everybody, so we're going to be handing them out during the last 5 minutes of 4th period. And then there's like the little handmade cards with them. If you have a free, they'll all your candygrams and your cards will be in the library, and there'll be somebody giving them out, and then there's going to be people coming around, so just be expecting some candy.
And also, anybody who can just help with passing them out 4th period and who has a free, just talk to Ellie, and she would really appreciate the help.
And please make sure your garbage gets in the garbage that it doesn't go on the ground.
Jack, Emma, Will, Daniel, here, hurry, run. Last Saturday was the annual regional math counts competition. I did so much cheering, I have no voice left. But these guys represented York ably in a field of over 17 schools in the Monterey, the Santa Cruz, San Benito, and South Santa Clara counties. They took first place. More than 70 competitors. Daniel scored 2nd, Emma scored 3rd, Will and Jack both were in the top 12, and as a result they made it to the final round, which was a head-to-head competition. It was very exciting. Emma and Jack systematically knocked off every single one of their competitors. So in the final round, it was Emma against Jack, which is where I lost my voice. And Jack prevailed. Congratulations to all of them. They have earned the right to go to Stanford University for the state competition in March.
Nuclear Non-Proliferation Club, I need to see you at lunch today in room 3. Asian history people involved in this project, that means you too. This is very important. Please do not forget, Christina.
Staying with the Valentine's Day theme, my heart is breaking. Why? Because there's about 25 of you who have not signed up for either health and fitness or sports. This make my heart swell with pride by signing up. There's only about 25 of you. We have names. We're going to start to hunt you down. Don't make us do that. We don't want to be cops. We want to put our arms around you and hug you with love.
Tomorrow is an early release day. That means that you are free to leave campus and head off into the great, wonderful world. That's not as wonderful as yours, but equally wonderful in some way. After 3 o'clock, also the library will be closed for a meeting from 3 to 4:30. So if you are staying on campus, please make arrangements to be in a classroom if you'd like to be studying. And please don't come to the library. Thank you.
First, a couple additions to Mr. Peters' health and fitness announcement. Due to numbers, we had to cancel outdoor basketball and mini soccer. So those of you that signed up for that need to go back on and re-sign up for something new. Badminton is full, so don't try to add on to that one. And a reminder that those people that are signing up for independent, you need to fill out take home and get signed a new health and fitness independent form. So pick that up in the office and be sure and get that done. And that health and fitness will be starting next Tuesday when we come back from our 4-day break. Remember also there's the dance activity will be starting up next Tuesday as well for those people that signed up for that. And then switching to a different issue, Kirkwood trip leaving Thursday. There's still about 7 or 8 permission slips I don't have. I repeat, you will not be allowed to board the bus for the trip if I don't have a permission slip that's signed by your parents in my hand, so be sure and get those to me right away. And if you bring equipment on campus tomorrow morning, remember you can bring it over to chemistry and we'll fill up the chem lab with a bunch of skis and bags and stuff. Thanks.
Okay, China trip meeting tomorrow, 3 o'clock, and at room 9. And don't forget to bring the 2 forms. One is a York School Parents Release form, and another one is a checklist and the parental approval for EF tour. And also, I want every one of you to bring the Traveler's Handbook at 3 o'clock sharp. Everyone must attend the meeting.
You're bombing down a double black diamond, basking in the glory and smirking at the amateurs far behind you. Anybody can smell your perfume. Eau de Pro. You are invincible. But then, the dreaded snowboarder cuts in front of you, steals your spotlight, and races onto the steep slope. You're left with anger and jealousy, and you struggle to control your rage. This scene is far too common at ski resorts today, and although I'm not a true member of the skier and snowboarder rivalry, I understand the tension. The bottom line is this: there are just as many annoying skiers as there are reckless snowboarders out there. And even though there's always room for some good-natured competition, you must realize that everybody is at fault of this discrimination. Some say snowboarders spend way too much time in the middle of the hill, or side-slip down terrain far too steep for their ability level. Likewise, lots of skiers don't know how to control their speed, or get in the way of other people trying to pass them. So whether you're a punky snowboarder, or just a funky skier, don't forget that real skiers don't have a problem with real snowboarders, and vice versa. They understand and accommodate each other's needs on the hill. So next time, keep in mind, we're all there just to have a good time, and the mountain is big enough for everyone.
So we're trying to raise awareness about the famine in Somalia, which has been a pretty big problem since the beginning of last summer, where almost 40,000 people have died. 50% of those people being children, and the UN declared about mid-January that it's not a famine anymore, but there's still a lot of people with malnutrition and dire needs.
Hopefully you all noticed the crackers that we put on the chairs, and that represents what an average person in Somalia would get to eat without the help of aid from other countries like the US. And so we're just trying to raise awareness about what's going on in other countries like Somalia and in the Horn of Africa. And if you want to learn more or help, you can visit sites like mycare.org/African droughts and actionagainsthunger.com. Thanks.
We're here to talk to you today about prison reform and how much of a necessity it is for America and its citizens. Here's Reno to present a statistic.
Currently, there are 2.3 million Americans in jail right now. That means if I can have Kevin. That's 1 out of 115 Americans represented by these 2 students.
Thank you, Reno. To put this into a broader perspective, because that statistic may seem a little bit small. When you put it into the perspective of a lifetime, you've got, if this entire row could stand up, this entire row could stand up.
This entire row?
Yeah. So all the edge rows, if you guys could stand up, that is how many people statistically would be imprisoned or incarcerated in their lifetime in America. And this is a major problem because it takes a huge toll. You guys can sit down. A huge toll on the taxes, and Devin is going to give you guys a statistic about that.
So how much do you think it costs to send one person to prison for a year? Josh Pomphan, what do you think? $20,000. In reality, it's about anywhere from $25,000 to $90,000, or a weighted average of $50,000 a year.
Just a little off.
Which is about 100 times more than it costs to send one child to school for a year.
Now, while these statistics may mean nothing to you, consider the taxes, consider, the incarceration levels in the lifetime, but they mean the world to people like Patricia Spotted Crow, who's currently spending 12 years in prison, also known as, the two times the average sentence for murder, for selling about $31 worth of marijuana. Now, this is a problem because it's basically driven by the privatization of prisons, and I encourage all of you guys to go to prisonreformmovement.com today at lunch to learn more about it. Thank you.
I know what you're thinking. It's that guy with the Snickers. You would be right. Recently, two really remarkable achievements, I think, were accomplished by York students in athletics. And I don't have time to do both of them today. But one I can do is Caroline here. Jan? Caroline. Goals did you score this year? 28? As far as anybody knows, that's a school record for boys or girls. And the school's over 50 years old, so that's quite an accomplishment. And I was trying to think, well, how can we honor Caroline? And I was perplexed and scratched my head. And when such things happen, it's always best to retreat to the classics, because if it's worth doing, the Greeks and Romans got there first and probably did it better than any of us. So, you know how the Greeks and Romans honored their athletic champions and winners? Yes, a what? Like a floral wreath. Yes, exactly. Which is a wonderful thing. Today we do tawdry things like shower them with endorsement contracts for underwear, deodorant, and sneakers. Not Snickers, sneakers. So the Greeks and Romans got it better. But I thought it needed a little updating. So I made for you a wreath, but it's not floral. This is called Corona. There are 28 Snickers on here, one for each goal. So I hope this fits. It's not just.
Strawberries and candy in honor of Valentine's Day. Also, anyone going on the Berkeley trip, please meet me outside the chapel right after break so I can give you your liability forms.
There is a summer enrichment fair in the Student Center this Thursday for those of you, thanks to the Monterey weather, thinking about their summer plans. Be there. There's lots of information.
Actors, check the boards outside the theater and outside room 6 for when you need to be at lunch for costuming. I believe all girls who weren't there yesterday have to be there today.
Okay, I'm starting up another round of spoons, so if you want to play, come find me before Thursday and tell me that you're going to play.
Today, Michael Cho and Alex Go going to present the South Korea in International Club meeting. And this is really interesting, and I really want to go. But today's Valentine's Day. I don't want to go alone, so could you go with me? So please be there. Thank you.
LitMac meeting tomorrow during morning tutorial. Also, everyone else, submit your angsty love poems to LitMac because we really want them.
All right, I'm helping with the props for the play, and we need stuff for the Crucible, and so please talk to us.
Also, we need ushers for the play, so just talk to me or Jackie about that.
Girls, turn in your basketball uniforms.
And there's the 2 last boys basketball games today and tomorrow, and we would really like your support. So
Watch me present on South Korea at lunch and international.